Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Start Getting 3 or More Paid Speaking Engagements a Year. Now, as you know, I am a big NBA fan, professional basketball here in the United States, and there is a term that's called the triple threat when it comes to scoring, okay? And here's how it works. If you ever get a chance, go watch like Carmelo Anthony. I've got NBA League Pass. I was actually watching it a little earlier yesterday, and I've got like some recorded games and stuff on there. Carmelo Anthony, he's with the Trailblazers now, Portland, and Carmelo Anthony is like the epitome of the triple threat. So first of all, he'll get the ball and he'll have like his back to the basket like that, and then he swings around and then he'll do like some jab steps, and then he'll go over here and then he'll pump fake and do all these different things to be able to get, a scoring opportunity. And then if you get too close when he's got his back turned towards you, he'll just spin on you. And make a grown man look like an idiot. We call that the triple threat. And in speaking, I think that there's a similar kind of construct when you're talking about paid speaking engagements, and I want to go through that. All right, so the first scoring option, if you will, the triple threat, the first scoring option is actually the retainer itself. Right? This is the actual paid retainer. This is what most people think about when they talk about getting paid to speak. You make some calls, you talk to the conference chair or the program person or the, maybe a corporate decision maker. I don't do as much corporate training personally. I do more conferences and trade associations and business events and things like that, but that's fine. You're talking to the corporate person or whoever the case may be, and you negotiate, you come up with some type of deal with your fee. Okay, that's what most people think about. That's not a problem. That's number one. All right, number two is what doesn't, 2 and 3 actually, doesn't really get talked about that often. Number 2 is books or resources that you have for sale in the back of the room. All right, now you want to be careful with this because it can be a little tricky. You do not want to come across as like this, sales guy where you're just talking and trying to do this giant, like sales pitch. Right? You don't want to be getting into that. But what I do is I will do a couple things actually. I will bring up, so like if I've got a book, obviously, I've got a few books actually, but I will usually have a book with me, some books with me, and I'll be like, listen, I will mention that I'm an author, so I usually mention that at the top, like talking my introduction. I will usually bring it up at least one time during the presentation. One of the things I mentioned in my book on Networking Like a Pro is X, right? And then at the end, I'll just be like, and by the way, if you want to pick something up real quick, you certainly can. We've got some books, we've got some resources. I'll be back there. Like, it's just like that. Bam. Okay. The other thing I will do is I will also mention it in terms of like sometimes, I don't do this all of the time, but sometimes I will raffle off like a gift certificate. Again, I don't do this all of the time, but it's a gift certificate for people to pick up some books and resources and things like that. It gives me a chance to be able to talk about it a little bit. Not a big deal. All right. That's the second option in terms of this triple threat. Okay. The third scoring option that you have is the clients that you get as a result of the speaking engagement, right? So like when I go out there, if you're a coach, and I know we have a lot of coaches listening or whatever, a service practitioner, whatever the case may be, you should be getting clients directly from the speaking engagement. Now, you have to keep in mind that when it comes to getting clients from speaking engagements, paid or otherwise, it is not speak client, here's $1,000 or pounds or rubles or shekels or I don't know what they use in China. Doesn't matter. Yen? Anyway, it's not like that, right? What it is though is you do a speaking engagement and then you get a discovery call, and then from that discovery call you get a client. Brian, help me understand that. Very easy. Okay, so I do a speaking engagement, and that shows people that I know what I'm talking about, that I'm personable, and that I might potentially help them with the problem that they're facing. That allows them to get a discovery call with me. They want to talk one-on-one. From that one-on-one, we have an enrollment conversation, and depending on the situation, that turns into a client. Great, Brian. How exactly do you do that? Okay, glad you asked. During the speaking itself, the presentation, what I do about halfway out is I will do a what I call a complimentary laser coaching session. Very easy, very clean. I just have a clipboard where I've got, if you want, you can sign up and we can talk, blah, blah, blah. And I hand it out. People put their names and stuff on there. it works like a charm. I think when it's all said and done, about 40% of the room winds up either buying something from me or signing up to do like that coaching discovery call. And about 50 to 60% of the people who sign up for the coaching call wind up working with me. It might even be more than that, 50 or 60, probably more like 70 actually. But conservatively, 2 out of every 3 people who sign up to do a discovery call wind up working with me, okay? That is a total package in terms of, getting compensated while you're speaking. So you want to keep in mind the triple threat. First, we get in and we get the speaking engagement itself. Then we go and we jab over here and we get a little bit of contact and some action with our books and our resources. And then we put the ball on the deck and spin. And wind up getting some coaching clients and stuff like that from that. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's something that you can see yourself doing. In the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.